here we have, so we have the Two of Wands actually that's showing up for you here. And this is kind of funny. It's like I'm seeing you, maybe this is like, maybe it's coming through as like a very playful energy, in that you've built yourself a little fort, right? And now there are other people, or it's like you've built yourself a little, like a secret hideaway, or a secret community, or even like a tree house that it's like no girls allowed, or something like that. It's giving me a very much like a Little Rascals type of imagery here. And so what I'm seeing is that you are actually starting to look out, and you can see that there are others that want to be invited into your space. But what I'm sensing here is that you might be a little bit resistant to this, because you're at the top of the tower, and it's as if at the bottom of this tower there are no doors for anyone to come in. It's like you have to climb this crazy ladder and go through this thing and do all this stuff in order to even get up here. And you're like, no, you're not allowed. That's what this is looking like to me today. So my name is Nikita Antoine, and today's message is timeless. So if this message finds you and it resonates, and it is yours at the time in which you find it. And for the underlying energy of your reading today, we have the Magician, and this is your underlying energy. It's like you are, because you know that you are the magician, you are the creator, you are the manifester of your life. You essentially get to decide who gets to stay and who doesn't. It's like, oh God, I'm getting a lot of like childlike references. So I'm seeing, it's like Toy Story when the claw, like who stays and who shall go. It's like, that's what I'm seeing here for you today. So you have a really exceptionally fun, and that's what this is. It's like you only accept energies that are as playful and as exciting and as fun as you are. So if they're presenting in a way that's just not fun, like they don't want to play correctly, if you will, that's, you're just not really in the mood to entertain them. So it's like, in order to even be allowed into your little treehouse, they have to come correct, is how I'm seeing. They have to come correct and play correctly. It's like you have a lot of rules. It's very funny. So let's look at the bridging energy and see where this is taking you. And did I put my deck upside down? I did. Okay, so this is taking you to, no. Okay, it's taking you to the shadow, but it's coming up in reverse. So I usually see the shadow as an unveiling. It's like a curtain being lifted, like the show is beginning. So the lights are dimming and the curtain is being lifted and the show begins. But because it's in reverse, what I'm actually seeing is that this is actually the end of the show. You're ending the show. You're putting the curtain down on whatever this situation is for you. It's like you're not allowing others to see what's behind the curtain, if you will. It's like you're wanting actually to kind of keep all of that energy that's in your treehouse. This is very metaphorical. That's in your treehouse, in the shadows. You're not wanting to allow other people to see, because it's very secret. It's like a secret hideaway for you. So that's fascinating. So let's look to see where your overall energy is. And I will say, it's like you have that right. Like you can decide, right? And I don't think that there's any question as to whether or not you feel allowed to do this. You're very much allowed to do this, because it's like you created this space for yourself. It's like you're the one who built this treehouse, or you're the one who's built this secret society, if you will. It's kind of coming through a little secret society. It's like, so you get to decide, the rules of engagement, if you will. And if they don't meet up to your standards, it's like the curtain is closing on their opportunity to join in. because it's a secret. It's like you can't really, you only can come in if you're very much like a club, or like a secret club. So let's look at your overall energy and see where you're at. And we have the strength card that's showing up here for you as your overall energy. And what I'm seeing is that behind this curtain, for all of us who are very curious about what's behind your curtain, it's actually the strength card. So there's an element that is happening in your private life. So maybe perhaps actually you're very public, right? You're public on certain things in your life, if you will, but there's a lot of things that are private that other people, it's just, they don't deserve to know, essentially, is what this is talking about. And so behind the curtain, if you will, you have this strength card that's showing up here. And what I'm sensing is that there's actually, this is almost looking like a booby trap, if you will, because what it looks like is that if anyone ever decides to kind of peek, right, to peek behind that curtain, to look into your space without permission, if you will, it's like you have a familiar, you have some type of familiar that is guarding this space for you. And they're acting as like a protector. And yeah, it's like they're guarding this space for you. And what I'm seeing here is that your connection with this familiar is incredibly soft. So you might actually be appearing a little firm to those who are wanting to get a sneak peek, if you will, like a behind the scenes view. And you're appearing very firm and steadfast in your decline of that. But then when you go back into your space, you're actually exceptionally soft and gentle. And you also have this familiar here that can kind of, they can handle your dirty work, is how it's coming through. So, as always, this message was brought to you by the Psychic Broadcasting Service and is made possible by contributions of dreamers just like you. So definitely make sure to leave a little comment, tell me how this plays out for you, and follow me for more messages to come. Bye.